there's a whole lot of different type of players. You have the global funds, like Apex KKR, who are represented here today. You have the homegrown funds like us, like Multiples, and like Lighthouse, who are homegrown Indian funds, who are operating in the ecosystem. You have corporate VCs. So a lot of corporates are now setting up their own VCs to invest into the new technology, new emerging India ecosystem. You have wealth management firms who have their own homegrown funds, and that's developing. You have IIFL, which has a huge $2 billion kind of funding that they have raised. And I would say the other large emerging world is family offices.
I think in general, to be a successful investor, one needs to have a much wider understanding of various asset classes, various sectors, various macro trends. And, there's a continuous process. You start at a junior level or entry level, you'll have a much wider sort of platform. You look at a much wider set of companies, and over time, you'll start specializing in, say, one sector or one type of investing. But that doesn't mean you sort of, leave aside everything else. To actually build a good perspective on a company and even a subsector, you need to know what else is happening around the world.
When you start off, it's always good to get a flavor across multiple industries. And like Harjot said, there is a lot of cross learnings that you could take from one and apply to the other. For instance, I used to manage an agrochemical company that we invested several years back. And when I used to do market walks and meet farmers, I realized that there was a very big opportunity on the animal health side. And that's what led me to source a deal in the animal health business. And we did an investment within that.
The first is really thinking like an operator. And that's where you have to kind of just switch your hat a little bit. And you have to really understand what are the nuances of an industry, what are the nuances of a business. And only when you are able to do that, are you able to relate to a management team and also understand what are the drivers of value creation that you can work through. So I think that's one very critical part.
The second thing you need to do to deploy capital well is actually around evaluation and deal execution. This is everything from doing founder meetings and unfortunately saying more no's than yes in these meetings. It's about making sure you do all the evaluation around not just the financials, but about the market, who the competitors are, what the founding team is like. Are they people you want to be in business with for the next 5 to 7 years?
Another trend in the last few years is a larger number of controlled transactions that we see, especially in the growth, in the growth side and the buyout side. And the number of opportunities has increased. I mean, I'm very delighted to see promoters taking, selling their own, companies, which, 10 years back, if somebody had asked me, I would have said in India, it'll never happen. And now people are taking a portfolio call to say there are certain businesses I want to run. There are certain businesses I want to sell.
The best learnings have actually happened where we've worked with cross-sectoral or cross-functional teams. For example, if you're looking at a healthcare technology company, you really need to understand the healthcare side of things and the technology side of things. So you need sort of expertise in both of these. Where I think over time sector specialization gets more important is, as you sort of build your own network of experts, of advisors, who can just help you get to the second and the third level insights on a sector.
But it's just the ability to connect with people. This is a people's business at the end of the day. You have to build a strong network of advisors, whether it's to source deals, whether it's to, undertake your diligence. And you have to, at the end of the day, build a rapport with the promoters or the management teams that you're going to be working with.
That has worked well for me as well as my peers in the industry is when people have got multiple sector exposures in the initial years, it's sort of helped. You kind of have a multidisciplinary approach. It sort of even grooms you well as an individual, because as you grow up in your investing career, you start to get to source deals. And when you sit in front of a promoter, when you can have a conversation with him or her with respect to business challenges, you can always take learnings from other sectors, and that can sort of groom you as a much, much well-rounded individual. And I've seen that work very well for me and my peers as well.
An investor is not just about deploying funds well. I think it's equally about being able to raise money from the right set of folks. While the time folks spend doing that is very little in your first few years of your investing career, time spent on that slowly starts increasing over time. And you equally have to spend time making sure that you raise money from the right folks, you have supportive limited partners backing you, and they are plugged into what the fund strategy is and the path forward will be.